Phineas. He stole 2 cinnamon rolls I had set out on my windowsill.
Cinnamon, you say?
And he took the edge of my skirt and
He did what, Mrs. Forrester?
he whooped it in the air, exposing my undergarments to the gentlemen in the saloon. And they thought I did it on purpose.
Why is it that I was at the wrong place at the wrong time?
Mr. Phineas!
Well, I'm sure there must be an explanation. Tad, would you care to explain yourself?
That is not funny, sir. You know he can't speak.
He's just a boy.
If you cannot keep a boy under control, I'll be forced to contact Marshall. And my teaching reputation has been tainted by that monster. And my brooch. My gold brooch my mother gave to me. Where is it?
Well, I'm sure I don't know.
Tad, where's my brooch?
Hey now, don't go accusing my son for everything. He's no thief.
And what do you call the cinnamon rolls he took?
That's just a little flour and water.
And he'll fall right into the hands of the devil if he's not careful.
Calm down. Tad, turn out your pockets and show these fine people that you're not a thief. Tad, don't you dare disobey me. Turn out your pockets now. Hey, this is my knife. I never said you could use this. And a snuff case. Now the other one. Tad, where did you get this watch?
That's my brooch, you little thief!
Tad! I'm sorry, Miss Forrester. And ladies, I owe my apology as well. I'll make sure this never happens again.
Well, if you don't, you can be sure the matter will go before the law. Wilbur, what's going on? What's this about the law?
It's your son. What are we going to do with this boy? How many times have I warned you, Tad, about your shenanigans? Your neck needs a good break.
Wilbur, he's a good boy. You are awfully harsh on him.
He's a crook. We raised a common thief. He stole Miss Fortune's gold brooch, my knife, and Marge's rolls. And who knows what else he's been up to.
Tad, how could he do such a thing?
I have half a mind to send you away somewhere. Is that what you want?
Wilbur, you can't allow that to happen. Tad is still a boy.
That's the problem, June. You treat him like a boy, but he's not a boy anymore. He's a young man who's not acting his age. When will you ever learn? And don't you dare be like that boy. I'll whip you.
Go inside. No supper for you.
He's gonna need more than a missed supper. Hey, where did my wallet go? Why, I'm going to! June, you need to stop patronizing himself. What that boy needs is character. He needs to hear something productive like they're nothing more than the devil's child.
Wilbur, how could you say such a thing? He's our son. We can't just give up on him. I have faith in him, and you should too.
I have faith that he'll see through every evil deed in his heart. That they'll be all gray in the head by the end of the year. We need to take drastic measures.
Wilbur.
June, this is my decision. If he wants to act like an irresponsible child, I'll treat it as one.
Wilbur. Wilbur.
Leave it to me. Tad's reign of terror is over.
Hear my cry, Lord. I am trusting in you.
That this day would end with a large mat of fish and a pint with some friend. It's a fine, fine world to look again all your cares in a battered saloon where nobody stares. Oh, I got me a widow who's pretty and smart, but her brains aren't important if she has the heart. And her heart's not important if she knows how to cook. If her food is that good, I don't care how she looks. Oh, I got me a card that I push all the day, and I look for some food to spare me some change. I pinched all the wallets of all of my folks, so I have me some money for drinks with me floats. Oh, I got me a wish that this say it again. With a lot of battered fish and a pint with a friend. To fly my world, to forget all your cares. In a battered saloon where nobody stares.
Oh, I got me a son who doesn't say much. Why he worries about such and such? Escape with my wallet, with a small second change. My kid has to borrow it, I'm never to blame.
Oh, I got me a girl who's pretty and smart. But the brain's not important if she has a heart. And her heart's not important if she knows how to cook. If her food is that good, I don't care how she looks.
I think I've had a bit too much to drink. You might find if you treat me so.
Well, if a fella can't treat a fella to a fine fellowship of drink, what's a fine fella for?
You fell down.
Gold gem, gold crown. Speaking of gold, 2 clowns are walking. One clown has a gold medal and a silver medal around his neck. The first clown says to the second clown, "How'd you get that silver medal?" And the second clown says to the first clown, "By singing." The first clown says to the second clown, "How'd you get that gold?" And the second clown says, "By stopping." That's a good one.
You're always a funny man over that. Well, that's my house right over there.
Oh, let's see that boy you were talking about earlier.
Wait here. Dad, boy, get out of here. Here he comes.
Well, he's kind of skinny.
But he's as strong as an ox.
Well, hello there, young'un. Your father says you need a job, build you some character. I might just have something for you. What do you think? Not very talkative, eh?
Well, Obadiah, there is one thing I didn't mention here. He's new, not deaf or anything, just new. Never said a word in his life. Sure won't show back to you if you know what I mean.
Why don't they make them their lives like that in Utes, with all the squawking they do? Is he smart?
Oh yes, too smart for his own good. And he's an agile body.
Oh, I could use someone like that with my sales. What do you think, boy? Want to travel with me and see the great cities of the Midwest? Want to ride the train, wind whipping through your hair, fighting off Indians and outlaws? Stick with me and I'll teach you everything I know. You'll understand a world you never even knew existed.
Well, doesn't that sound exciting, Tad? Well, it's settled. You're leaving today. I already have your things packed. It's about time you're out of the childish habits to start becoming a man. I'll have none of that. You need to start earning a living. Your mother's always worrying about your idle hands.
Oh, the devil's workshop, my boy. If there's one thing I can't tolerate, that's idle hands. Hands are made for, well, stuff. Don't you worry. I'll make a man out of him, Mr. Face.
And their little agreement.
Oh, sure. I'll send you money every first Tuesday of every month. Come on, boy. We have a long road ahead of us.
Go on, Tad, before your mother comes and makes a big fuss out of everything. Go on! And don't come back until you're a man.
You know.
Wilbur, what's going on? Where's Tad?
June, he's a job with the traveling salesman.
Wilbur! No! Who is this man?
He's a good old bloke I met back at the saloon. He's gonna do Tad a world of good.
Wilbur, how could you have done this? Tad!
Todd. I'm Olivia. Are you Oh, what's his name again?
Don't make me say it. Obadiah. The name's Xander. Currently the angel of evil, traveling salesman.
That's cute. So, what about this Obadiah character? Is he going to do Tad some good? Because Tad can certainly be a handful.
Don't please. He'll pretty much be downright wretched.
Oh, come now. I've had my share of hard cases in the past. It can't be that bad.
Really? What line of work have you been in the last few centuries?
European kings, Egyptian princesses, and 19th century romantic poets. Ah, Keats.
Oh, great. Just what I need. A little bundle of sunshine to ruin my perfectly miserable existence. What is it now? Oh, the jealousy angle? Oh, you want me to see what I've been missing on the other side. I see you've been getting on someone's good side. Oh, I see how you guys think of me. I was the angel of anger, the terrible. Genghis Khan. And we started bartenders all the way from Southern Ireland, right up into the potato famine. You obviously have no idea what it's like to look after a hopeless case, do you?
Well, I did have this sorrowful name. Oh, what was his name again? George Washington. He was dreadful, constantly playing with his false teeth. And when he was a child, oh, what a handful. There's this cherry tree once again.
Sounds brutal. Oh, girl, you have no idea what it's like to look after a hopeless case. This is my 6th. No, wait. 7th case in a row that's just a complete waste of time.
Oh, come on, you don't know when it's hopeless.
Obadiah. Yeah. Obadiah. Hopeless Clementine.
You are really tense. You know what I do when I get uptight? I sing. There's a song for every mood. A song to feel happy and a song to feel sad.
A song if you're crappy and a song if you mad.
Oh, come on, Xander. You never know what's right around the bend.
Hopefully not another song.
Obadiah can't be that bad. He didn't even take Tad under his wing. Maybe it'll do him some good.
Listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you, baby. Obadiah Clementine is the lowest of the lowest of the lowest. Look, he makes mud look clean. So if you have any idea that this situation is gonna turn out good, you should realize now that you are wrong. So what about that mean?
You shouldn't call him that. Granted, he is a little strange for me. I'm sure my next assignment well, not that I'm advocating. Maybe I shouldn't talk about it.
You were thinking about that D word, weren't you?
Xander, how could you say that?
You were! Oh, I didn't figure you to be that kind of person to use that kind of language.
I did not. Like you never.
Me? Oh, the D word? Listen, Lily. I've lived through the depths of depravity, and sometimes it seems more preferable if these humans do die.
Don't say that. You know it's our lot to endure and never give up.
Oh, save your breathing, sister. Oh, great. The delightful bear is coming back.
No, she didn't say anything, and no, I wasn't thinking anything.
Well, boy, let's get a few things straight around here, and we'll get along right fine. I have the brains, the wits, the Let me lay down the rules of the game. I'm the master salesman. You're the grunt who carries my stuff and keeps his mouth shut. Shouldn't be hard for you. Yeah, this might just work out well. The last little boy who followed me around was a whiny little twit. Silence is golden, isn't it? Look, you little halfwit, what I tell you, be careful with my stuff. This merchandise is my livelihood and your future. All right. Let me teach you a few little tricks, and we'll be ready to begin on our first assignment, the art of pickpocketing. Don't you just love the jingle of it? Money, what a wonderful sound. The jingle, the jangle, the juxtaposition of putting yourself in a rich person position. Thank you, the blank and the jingle of the silver. I get excited when we take our little sliver. The jingle, the jangle, the juxtaposition. We'll steal our way up and get rich by attrition. They hear the clank and the jingle of my cars. Because meeting me is not the faint of heart. The jingle, the jangle, the juxtaposition. And then we'll be ready for our first expedition. The cops hear the clank and the jingle in my heart. They'll shake in their boots because they can't catch the sweet talking, smooth walking, handshaking, earthquake, jingle master, woman blaster, fortune hunter, Obadiah Clement. Time to do. Where's my wallet? Maybe you are ready. Alright, let's get out of here.
I'm so bored. What's wrong with you, Xander? You just always have to look at the negative, don't you? Don't blame me. Blame reality. Nothing good's gonna come out of these humans. Why on earth do I have to be stuck with a conniving, good-for-nothing, traveling, evil salesman? It is a little strange that I've been assigned to people totally opposite of yours. Oh, go ahead. Gloat some more. I'm starting to think that maybe I'm the problem. Oh, come on, Xander. Just look at the scenery down below. The beautiful flowers, the tall trees, the luscious green grass. Well. Would you look at that? And the twittering birds and... What? Looks like the old gaffer's up to no good again.
Well, here we are. Looks like a pretty decent house. Might just have another windfall here. What do you think, boy? What in tarnation does that mean? Put your thumb down before someone hangs an umbrella off it. Alright. Domestic woman in her garden. Let's find out what this poor lady needs. Wait a minute. Don't you dare mess this up. Put on your most innocent look.
Good afternoon, sir. May I help you?
Oh, good night. Ma'am, mind if I have a word with you?
Of course, Mr.
Clementine. Obadiah Clementine. I was just over yonder talking to Mr.
Mr. Miller?
Why, yes, Mr. Miller.
Mr. Miller lives about a fourth mile down Possum Creek. You must have passed right by him.
Indeed I did. I was talking to Mr. Miller and I supplied him with a new set of tools. He mentioned that you could use a... Now, what was it that he said? I plumb forgot.
Maybe he mentioned my knives. My boy Jack takes him down there for sharpening sometimes. He grinds them to the bone. Always complaining I need to get new ones, the dull things.
Oh, knives. Yes, indeed the item that he mentioned us. I was talking to him and he saw the knives that we're selling, the finest cutlery from Chicago, and he thought that you might like to have a look. Tad, would you be so kind as to show Mrs.
Todd.
Mrs. Todd. Tad, show Mrs. Todd our finest cutlery.
I'd be happy to take a look. My knives are shameful. Couldn't poke a hole in a butterfly's wing with them.
Oh, that's very witty, Mrs. Todd. Now this is what I like to call a multi-purpose knife. Bread knife, meat knife, butter knife, all in one. Now, I'd like to show you a demonstration. Do you have anything for me to cut? Oh, perfect. Now, looky up here. Look at this sturdy construction. Now, you wouldn't happen to marry into the esteemed President Lincoln's family now, would you?
Well, I do know my great-great-grandfather had some sort of relationship with them. Well, it does look nice, but I didn't even see it cut. Well, for land's sake,
That's wonderful. What a quick, clean cut. I am much enamored with this knife. How much might you be selling it for?
Well, ma'am, they're priced at $5 each, plus a 1-year warranty, too. I come through these parts quite a bit, so if you ever have a problem, just roll over die to take care of you. Yeah, this same knife in the fine city of Chicago goes for practically $9.75. Why, just the other day, our dear President Roosevelt ordered a full set for the White House kitchen staff. And the royal prominence of Europe, when they're eating their state dinners at the White House, are eating roast beef and potatoes cut by this very knife.
Is that so?
Oh, it's true.
Well, I don't have much money. Since my husband died, it's been hard, you know. I just don't think I can afford a fancy set of knives.
Oh, the agony. Now, how much money we have, ma'am? This is quite a good deal here, you know.
I'm sure I don't have more than $1.50.
$1.50, ma'am. Funny you should say that. I was just telling my helper Tad that I should be happy to sell my last night at a loss of profit so that I might be able to go home and be with my darling wife. She misses us so when we're on the road.
Oh, is this your son?
Indeed it is, my ever-faithful son Tad. Don't know how I'd ever get along without him.
What a fine young lad he is. God, dear, it must be nice to be out on the road with your father.
Oh, Mrs. Todd, the dreadful thing is, Tad has no tongue. It's true, no tongue at all. Mute as a tree in the forest at midnight.
Oh, my.
He can never express his feelings to me, and especially my darling wife. Rest her soul.
Oh, is she dead?
No, not dead, just resting her soul at home. With the fever.
No, not the fever.
So we've been traipsing around all day trying to make enough money to buy her medicine.
Oh, now, Mr. Obadiah. I know what it's like to lose someone you love. A mute child, my wife, with a fever. That's more aggravating than what I've been going through.
Oh, you have no idea. The pressure, the guilt.
Well, Mr. Clementine, I would very much like to purchase this knife. I think I can pay $2.
Oh, you are too kind. Now, Tad, when you get this kind of lady, is that? Now, I almost have enough money to buy Tad that throat medicine that he needs.
Wait, I do think I have an extra $1. I was saving it for my boy Jack. It's his birthday next week. But here, Mr. Clementine, you take this as well to buy your wife and son the medicine they need.
Oh, you are too kind, Mrs. Todd. Here you go. It's days like this when I know what true Christian love is all about. I'll give back a portion, maybe 1/10, or maybe even more, 1/20 to my pastor as soon as I get home. Come on, Dad, let's go. Goodbye, Mrs. Todd.
Goodbye, Mr. Clementine. What a fine young gentleman and a sweet little boy.
Oh my goodness. Mrs. Todd actually paid $3 for that piece of junk? I don't get this. Gullible females.
I'm going over the hitching post loop. I'll meet you around here in about an hour.
All right. I'll get to work control. And please, try to find some use about Tad.
Yes, ma'am. Those men are always talking about the latest gossip.
Excuse me, do you know where Marshall McKinley's office is? Yeah, you're speaking of Marshall McKinley. You're Marshall McKinley? What, you ain't never seen a Marshall spitting tobacco before? Well, I'm becoming plumb tuckered upset when people don't respect me. You think I'm too short? Well, no. Well, what is it then? I'm too young? You think I can't draw my weapon fast enough? Come on now, what's the real reason you doubt my word? I mean no disrespect, but isn't Marshall McKinley a man?
Dad now, Tibbers. If I'd promised your mother I'd take care of you, I'd set you behind your porcupine wheelchair. Sorry, man. My niece tends to have a wild imagination.
Just you wait. I'm going to be the meanest, roughest.
Why don't you worry about carpooling pooing first and stay out of my shoe? Also, remember what we talked about? Stop pulling your gun at me! Sorry, ma'am. What may I do for you?
Oh, maybe I shouldn't be here. If my husband sees me, he's over at the post. I'm sorry to trouble you.
Mrs.
Phineas.
Mrs. Phineas. I don't suppose you are Mrs. Phineas from Jackson Corners, are you?
Oh, how do you know who I am?
You can't get nothing about mine, Robin.
I don't suppose you've heard from your son. Thaddeus, I believe. Have you?
You've heard from my son? You know my dad?
No, but I do know Mr. Obadiah Clementine. Does that name ring a bell?
Yes, Marshall. Can you help me?
Can you now, ma'am? Don't get your girdle in our uproar. This is a delicate investigation.
Temperance, quiet! Now, Mrs. Phineas, you've heard your reports that your son's been working with Clementine.
Well, yes. My husband was so tired of Tad's shenanigans that he sent him off with Mr. Clementine to sell things. He was supposed to send us money every month, and he was supposed to come home at least once a month. But now we've seen neither hide nor hair of him. I'm so worried about him. Can you help me find him?
Yes, ma'am. I'll certainly try.
We'll certainly try.
Mrs. Phineas, there's something I'm a bit confused about. How do you know this Clementine?
We didn't know him until that week when he came to Jackson Corners. My husband met him at the saloon, and he made a deal with him.
Deal with the devil.
What?
Mrs. Phineas, now there ain't no easy way to put this, but Obadiah Clementine is a criminal. The lowest of sorts. He's the worst swindler I've ever seen. I'm afraid your boy could be in a tad of trouble.
Oh no, my poor Tad. What have we done?
Mrs. Phineas, I want you to go home and don't worry. I'll investigate and get back in touch with you. And investigate before your husband starts looking for you.
Thank you, Marshall. Good day.
Okay, ma'am?
So, Uncle, what's your plan? Let's see if we measure up to mine.
Catching Clementine won't be easy. He's a slippery eel.
Don't worry, we'll get our man. So when do we leave?
Who says you're going anywhere? You need to be in school doing a little education. A girl your age should be in dresses learning how to curse instead of spitting tobacco.
If tobacco's good enough for him, dumb boy, it's good enough for me. And besides, the only time you'll see me in a dress is when I'm lying dead in a pine box. And I can't learn important things like walking and talking and shooting like a marshal in school.
I sure hope I don't look like that. Put your gun down before we have a marshal and you pursue the marshal. Now get your things. We need to go to Clementine's train.
Step right up, everyone. You come with your problems, dilemmas, your struggles in your lives. Well, your good friend Obadiah Clementine is here to meet your needs with his overflowing supply of concoctions from all around the world. I say, you look like the kind of woman in need of some special cosmetics.
Well, I never.
Well, maybe you should. Did you ever think about that? Well, you look like the kind of girl who could really impress if she only wore a better perfume.
I'm already wearing Saint Devote to Paris.
Saint Devote de Paris, you say? Well, what you should say is Saint Devote de Rubbish. What I can offer you is, though, there's still the faintest scent of my latest perfume in the air. One tiny sniff can nearly tranquilize any potential suitor.
What do you mean?
Oh, I shan't bore you with the fantastic details of the glorious Babylonian princess perfume.
Babylonian princess.
Oh, you can trust old Obadiah Clementine to inform you, boy. I've traveled the world since I was born. Africa, India, Hackensack, Atlantis, France. I've been to all those continents and more. And never, in all of my experience of smell, have I sniffed a more portentous fragrance than the glorious Babylonian princess's perfume.
Glorious Babylonian princess's perfume. What does it smell like?
Oh, now listen here, lovely young lady. It's not how it smells that matters, but what it does that matters. It's how it grips a man's soul like a silent night cascading over pyramids with dark Cleopatra eyes, bearing a man's most inner being.
What do you mean by that?
Grown men will be unmasked in your presence. One tiny sniff will send young potential suitors running to your parents begging for permission to court you. They shall all be stripped bare like an innocent child at birth. Would you like to try a sample? Just a minute, beautiful. And where you coming in? Don't bunch up.
My mother has so been pushing me to find a proper suitor.
Oh, here, try this.
Doesn't smell that fantastic. Actually, it reminds me of a wet stocking.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just the smell I smell makes me want to abuse you forever. But I'm a married man.
Whoa, what is he doing?
He just can't help himself.
Excuse me, miss, but I just smelled something that reminded me of my mother. What a wonderful smell it was.
Now that's enough, sir. Please leave this poor, glorious Babylonian princess alone. Now what do you think? That boy was rather keen on you.
Flattered. How much does the perfume cost?
Well, the Prince of Baghdad did make me pay 4,000 pieces of gold for it. But seeing your angelic beauty, your very angelic beauty,
Angelic beauty? He wouldn't know angelic beauty if the whole entire heavenly chorus fell on top of it.
Oh, is that rumbling in the clouds? I'll just have to settle for $10.05.
I don't know. It's awfully expensive.
And if you buy now, I'll throw in a bottle of Japanese body wash. One wash will keep you clean for months. Plus it'll keep away mosquitoes and make your hair shine like the sun. It will do miracles for you.
Well, maybe you'll make Mama happy.
Oh, that's all we want in this world. Ain't that right, Cat? To make our mother happy.
You know, I think I will.
Oh, you have a very good head on your shoulders, young lady. A very good head indeed. Now, you go easy on this stuff. You don't want to be fighting off old bastards like me who can't help themselves. It's almost too easy. I almost feel sorry for her. Oh, you're right. Never feel sorry for a fool. After all, who can blame them for falling for a golden tongue like mine? Let's get out of here.
What the nigga San Juan you trying to do, Timbers? Shoot every chipmunk in the state, put your gun back in its holster, and leave it there. Wait, what happened to you?
You smell worse than a stack of rotten gophers on a sunny day.
Now, young girl. I'm Marshall McKinley. And what's all the ruckus about?
Out with the girl, what's going on? Well, I was on my way to the market to buy some food when I met this traveling salesman.
Oh, that.
Yes. Was you with a mute boy? How'd you know that?
It's our business to know. I can smell the difference, just like I said.
You were trying to sell me?
Perfume. Let me guess. He was rude, obnoxious, yet somehow dropped a clever mangled mess that pulled you and made you agree to buy a bottle of...
Babylonian princess. Yes, that's exactly what happened.
How long ago was that?
Why, it was not even 5 minutes ago. That bottle of this cost me $10.
I'm sorry, but you've been tricked. Temper, spit that out!
But what?
That's that licorice in your mouth that better be out in 5 seconds. Now, how come you're crying when you got here?
Oh, but I said this perfume would make every boy in the market go head over heels for me. So naturally when I got to the market, I sprayed myself a couple of times. No more than 6 seconds had passed when someone was complaining of a nosebleed. And a few minutes later, a young man had to put cotton up their nostrils. This perfume is toxic.
Obadiah, you sick little... Looks like you made his perfume be more toxic than before.
Oh, let me see that bottle. Oh, yeah, that's cougar pee, all right.
With a hint of scorpions in it. Can you tell us which way that went?
Cougar, I have to take a bath.
Nah,
Here, just rub some of this here tobacco on your neck. It always gets rid of my smell.
Temperance!
What did I do?
Oh, for goodness sake.
Uncle, if you know what's good for you, you'll let me head at this tracking party.
With you around, there's rarely anything good for me.
Is that a yes?
We won't shut up otherwise, will you?
Watch and learn. Aha! You see this here stink bug? It's heading west. We all know that stink attracts stink, so that can only mean one thing.
What?
Clementine is no longer here.
Temperance?
No need to thank me, Uncle. Just give me a water and chew. I'm almost out.
Lord have mercy.